Sheldon, what's it mean to the team to get Oscar back tonight?
Obviously, he's a very important player for us, so definitely gives us a boost.
Is it not the worst thing in the world for a guy like that to have taken the time off, not just to heal, but for rest going into the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. I think he plays a lot. There's a lot of there's a lot of attention on him when teams are playing against him, and a lot of wear and tear on him. So yeah, I mean, getting time to recover and rest is important. I mean, if not for the injury, we probably wouldn't have given him that time, but it is part of what comes of it. I think. I mean, Mitch Marner missed a good stretch of time this year with an injury, and we see what that's done for him in terms of how he's played since coming back from that. So, yeah, time off and recovery time is really hard to come by in the NHL. It certainly is one of the positives that comes from injuries.
Sheldon, is it full bore ahead for Austin for the weekend? Like, you got to play tomorrow night as well, or do you get to tonight?
We'll have to see how he does today. Given the quick turnaround, the
Right.
back to back, and the travel, and all of that, for any player that we might have that would be coming off of an injury, we would manage that. So we're just focused on today. He feels really good today. We talked about the fact that we do play again tomorrow. You could take the day, but he really wanted to play tonight. Feels like he's ready. Skated yesterday. Didn't want to bother skating this morning. Feels he's ready to go. Uh, but yeah, we'll just like we would for any other
Right.
player coming off of injury. We'll see how he gets through today, and then make a determination from there.
With the injury itself, is your sense he might have to manage it moving forward here, or with the rest he's had, it's kind of just case closed kind of thing?
Well, I mean, he wouldn't be playing if he wasn't at the point where he's feeling good. He's not playing through anything today. He's feeling good, but I think for any player that gets any sort of injury where they miss time, they're on a program of managing that situation the rest of the season. So when you say is he going to manage it, I think yeah he would for sure. That's why you have a medical team like we do, because they stay on top of these things to make sure that they don't reoccur. I think that'll definitely be the program, and we hope that the way he feels today is how he continues to feel the rest of the way through.
Anything linger for you from Thursday, or is it 36 hours ago and that's done?
Well, it is done. I mean, we're here today. We got a new opponent, and it's a new day today. But I mean, the experience out there that's lasting. We have to take that and be better as a result. I think that's the reality is recognizing that while you're looking big picture and you're looking forward to the playoffs, that you've got games to play here, and teams are motivated for their own reasons, and they're motivated to play against us. We saw a very motivated and committed team in Tampa the other night. This team here in Florida does not give any team really an inch, which is why they are who they are in the league and in the standings. So we can't take a night off like we did the other night.
How's Jake Muzzin?
He's doing well. Yeah, he's obviously not playing tonight, so he's not there yet. I think we'll see how he does today, and then perhaps make a decision for tomorrow on him. But all things considered, in terms of what he's been dealing with, he's been feeling good and progressing every day.
Any reports on Kasha and Sandin?
I haven't heard anything on them since they've been back. I think Sandine will start to progress towards full practices for our team when we get back. Kasha, I'm not certain on where he's been the last few days.
Sheldon, I know you guys, the coaches and players talk about how difficult it is to win in the NHL. How much respect you have for the Panthers that reeled off 12 in a row here that just seem to win in so many different ways,
Yeah,
coming back, whatever it may be.
yeah, it's impressive. I mean, no matter what's going on in any game, whether if they get a lead, they don't seem to give it up, and if they're playing from behind, they seem to find their way back and then pick up their extra points in overtime or whatever the case may be. So it's a combination of them winning so much, but also equally as impressive. And what they've done is, I mean, obviously they go hand in hand, but they don't lose. It's more the other part of it, So it's even when you feel like, and we experienced it obviously, but a number of the teams in the league this year have experienced it, where they get a lead, they're feeling good about themselves, and then Florida turns it on and finds a way to get 2 points out of it. So that's it's impressive what they've done this season.
What sort of similarities and or maybe differences do you see in how Jonathan Huberdeau sets up plays versus Mitch Marner?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of similarities. They're different types of players, obviously. Size and all those kind of things, handedness and all of that. So there are some differences for sure, but playmaking ability is elite. And much like Mitch, Huberdeau here has got a lot of great offensive options, and they play off of each other well. Huberdeau's having a monster season, but Barkov is a special player. And when those guys are together and their power play gets rolling with all the weapons that they have, it's very dangerous. We got to stay at the penalty box today. You got to do a better job on the penalty kill. When we were in here, we didn't do a good enough job. We didn't do a good enough job the other night. So it's a major challenge for any team in the league, as they've proven. But certainly for us here tonight, we're going to have to be focused and execute well.
For Thursday night's game, how did you, or what goes into your decision not to practice?
Workloads. We're looking big picture, and we got to play today. We've got to play tomorrow. So, we've played 78 hockey games here now. So, we don't believe one 20-minute practice yesterday would be the solution to what's going to help us either this weekend or as we look big picture. We look at next week. We've got 3 practice days slated for next week before the playoffs begin, and this week is a very game-heavy week, as we played a back-to-back last weekend as well. This has been the busiest stretch of the season for us at a time when you wish it wasn't, because you don't want to put your players in position to wear down or get injured. So we're doing all that we can to manage that. We have to play the games. We don't have a choice there, but the practices is something that we can manage. So that's really it.
When you look at the fact that the playoff picture is virtually set, does the regular season feel a little bit long to you this time around?
Honestly, I think that seems like a question that comes every year. So we're in a position where we've secured a playoff spot, and the conference is set in terms of who's going to be in, who's going to be out. But the season's 82 games. Everybody's got to play the games, and we're no different. We're still playing for seeding. A lot of teams in the league are. Florida's playing, to win the President's Trophy. Everybody has their own things to play for, and we'll get through these next 4 games and make sure our game's in order when it counts the most.
Any thoughts on the idea of a play-in, like the NBA does, expanding it? Do you go against?
I don't know. I got my own stuff to worry about.
With Austin, again, who's out up front?
I'm sorry?
Who's out with Austin?
Spezza will be out tonight. Yeah.